me and Liam sitting on top of their tour bus in Sweden going down the motorway. Liam is only wearing a Union Jack and we're trying to light cigarettes in the headwind sitting on the top of the tour bus. We should be dead.
Welcome. We are Neil,
Luke and Dave.
340-somethings reminiscing on the runners and riders of the 90s guitar music.
We look at the bands who soundtracked our youth on both sides of the pond and interview some of our heroes from the bands that defined a generation.
You'll hear about the good, the bad and the ugly of 90s guitar music.
This podcast is Stupid and Contagious. Episode 131 of the Stupid and Contagious podcast. This week we're talking to Damon Minchella. Ocean Colour Scene, new book out, lots to talk about, interesting guy, plenty of stories. It's coming up later. But before that, what's everyone been up to? Dave, what's been going on? You got some ailments, haven't you?
No, I've done a bit of science,
Okay.
which won't interest anyone. No, but I've noticed that when I drink Coke Zero, I get ulcers, mouth ulcers.
If you drink what?
Coke Zero. So I did a
I drink
scientific
that.
test. Yeah, I did a scientific test. I didn't have it, let the ulcers clear up, had 3 cans in over the course of 2 days.
Yeah.
Day later, ulcer, mouth ulcer.
There you go.
Proof.
Science.
Proof.
I drink about 4 cans of Coke Zero every day. I don't get ulcers.
Why?
Like it.
I guess you've just pushed through the ulcers and now you're just immune.
Maybe I'm just one big
But
ulcer.
I don't
what
want to
you've
have
got to
to
do,
drink.
Dave.
Yeah, I don't want to drink 4 a day for the rest of my life.
Pussy.
I'm just going to not drink it at all.
Coke Zero's horrible.
Nah, it's good.
I quite like
Good,
it.
isn't it?
I don't like the aftertaste.
Dear. So that was your science
That's
experiment.
right,
What
that's
else? What else?
What more do you want? That's all. That took
That's
all
more
my
than
time.
enough. That's
Some
great.
Berwick news.
No, there's no Berwick news.
That section gone.
It was never a section.
It was really annoying for everyone, including me.
Yeah.
I'm glad
and
it's
me.
over. Imagine how many listeners we lost because of that.
Yeah. Just because of Neil
True.
pursuing the non-existent Berwick news.
True. I mean, this whole bit we should probably get rid of. Get straight to the interview.
Yeah, we should shorten it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Keep it compact.
Well, Luke, what have you been up to?
Nothing. Next. Keeping it compact.
I think it is good if we have done something, like my science, for example. You
Yeah,
know,
we
that's
shouldn't-
gold.
that
right,
was,
we
that was
shouldn't
worth
Podcast
yeah.
gold.
We shouldn't force it. We
Yeah. shouldn't
force it. I've actually, Luke,
How
have you
about you
really
now?
done nothing?
Not anything exciting. Go on, Neil.
Well, I've been listening to the First Killers album a lot this week. It's so good, isn't it? It was a real breath of fresh air when that came out. You don't like it, do you? The first one.
No. What's the name of that? What's the name of that album?
Is that the one with
Fuzz or
Mr.
something.
Brightside on it?
Hot Fuzz. Not Fuzz. Fuss. Is it Hot Fuzz?
I think
Is that a
so.
film?
Well, it's got
No,
like
Hot Fuzz. The
somebody
Killers.
told me, and
Yeah.
Jenny was a friend of mine and stuff.
Mr. Brightside.
I'm not a Mr. Brightside fan, but the rest of the album's brilliant, I think.
Well.
When it
I
came
thought
out,
you
I
I like
liked
the
it.
first album.
Oh.
Yeah. Huh.
Just got a bit overplayed, didn't it?
I don't really like much of the stuff they've done since, but I just think that album, when it came out, was, I don't know, something a bit different.
All right. I can tell you what. I'll give it a re-listen. In my mind, I fucking hate it, but I'll give it another go. I'll give it a re-listen.
You'll probably still hate it. Luke, you've got to give us something. You can't just say you've done nothing.
Well, I've been doing something, but it's kind of keeping it under wraps for the moment. So
right.
I'll reveal
Ooh.
more. I'll reveal more later on. I'm doing it's kind of a DIY side project to
You haven't run it past us.
that I've been working on. I haven't run it
Better
past
not
you.
be-
I don't
Better
care.
not be any conflicts with the podcast.
there's no rivalry. It's the scrappy underground side project to the podcast. So I've been working on that, but I'll reveal more when it's up and running.
Have you started your own record label?
Hey, I fucking wish.
Do it.
I'd like that. Stupid and Contagious Records.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's
Yeah.
got a ring to it, but
Ah, it's good. Of course it has.
maybe we should. Yeah, what you should be doing, have you seen in the Facebook group those posts about, I generated some AI pictures and then people have been commenting underneath?
Yes. Yeah. The
You should make
a Britpop
playlists
one
from
I saw,
those.
Yeah.
You should make some playlists from
Oh,
those.
all right. Can do.
I don't know if you've got time
Can
for
do.
it, but if you have
Get a
got
bit of
time.
time.
But then if no one's listened to them, there's no
Um,
point. I don't know
yeah.
how many people listen to the playlist, so
No.
it might be a waste of your
Millions.
time.
Millions. But if
But,
anyone
yeah, I've been
listening wants to
enjoying-
make a playlist from the posts, go ahead.
Yeah. Been enjoying the comments underneath. Some good ones.
What are they?
Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave never uses Facebook, does he?
They're difficult for me to comment on those because I can't pick one. They're so hard to pick one track, innit?
Go for it, haven't you? Have courage in your conviction.
I guess so, man. I guess so. All right. I'll put a
Don't
couple
overthink it.
I will.
Don't overthink it.
No, you're right. Just whatever first comes to mind.
Yeah, that's the one. All right. I've been watching Nazi documentaries, but I don't know if that's really interesting to many people.
Are you converted yet?
Oh, I always was. No, but it's just about Hitler's descent into being that mad fucker that he was. But it is quite relevant with what's going on today with people like Trump and that. It's a very similar sort of path. Yeah, it's not good. Not good. I mean,
that's what Gary Lineker got done for saying,
Yeah,
he was making that point.
I mean, if you can reshare videos of the Obamas superimposed on gorillas and just say, not apologising for it, then that's where we're at.
It's pretty fucked, isn't it? It's pretty fucked. Yeah,
100% fucked.
Yeah,
it needs to be called out.
Yeah,
can't
it
have
should.
That.
It should.
We can't live in a society like that. The revolution starts here, doesn't it?
Sure. Yeah, sure. I can't remember who I was talking to. Go on. No, it's just all about money, isn't it? That's the thing. Like if the Labour Party really want to stop reform, it's easy. You just ban all political donations because they're just run on the backs of millionaire right wing cunts. Stop all political donations, all lobbying. Reform. Exactly. Just stop it. Don't allow it at all.
But they're set up different to other parties, aren't they?
They're a limited company. Yeah, they're not a political party. They're a limited company.
Yeah.
But again, you could just ban that. You're not allowed to not be a political party.
Of course you could.
It was money and corruption that bought Donald Trump the previous election. Just cut the money out and they're fucked.
Cut the money out.
But they control everything, so you can't.
They do. It's a start, though. It's a start,
All right. Let's get on it. We'll sort it out.
Starmer, if you're listening and you're still Prime Minister by the time this comes out, then stop those political donations, mate.
You know what to do. All right. Let's get into this week's episode with Damon Minchella. It's a good one. I was gonna say buckle up again, but I can't keep saying that every week. So
say buckle up again. Come on, it'd be a new catchphrase.
Buckle in.
That's good.
Right, so if you are watching this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, get involved in the comments, and if you are listening, then please do rate and review. I did go and check the reviews, and we haven't had any since like July last year or something. So please do that because it does make a difference in people finding the podcast and give us a star rating and stuff. But not like
how do you know it makes a difference? We haven't had any. We haven't had any. So how do you know it makes a difference?
Go fuck yourself. Oh, give us a star rating. 5 stars. Don't bother with the 1, 2, 3. 4's all right, but not 3, 2, or 1. Don't do that. And share it with your friends so they can find the podcast. Sponsor the podcast, Stupid and Contagious podcast at gmail.com. And you can buy our merch, t-shirt, mugs, all on our Spotify shop. Shopify shop. And you'll find the link in the show notes. So you can do that. Thanks very much. Onwards and upwards. Right. Luke, tell us about Damon Minchella.
I will indeed. Well, actually, Neil, it's Dr. Damon Minchella.
Oh,
not
sorry.
Just Damon Minchella.
One doctor to another, isn't it?
There you go. You've got to keep up the respect.
We don't call you Dr.
Yeah,
Lawrence.
Ocean Colours. No.
Maybe we should.
Shall we from now on?
No.
Doctor.
Change his name.
So, Ocean Colour Scene, man. Fuck. I mean, is there I guess is there a Wikipedia?
Oh, do you want me to get you one?
Britpop, I guess they're going to say.
I can certainly get you.
Yeah, go on.
I looked up what 3 words for Ocean Colour Scene are, where it is.
Oh, where is it?
Do you know what
does that
is?
mean?
It's a direct point, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're an English rock band formed in Birmingham in 1989.
There we go. Neil, Dave, what do you mean by? But I don't understand that sentence.
If you're lost, you can send like direct directions by using words. I don't understand it either. But I know what you mean.
Every few square meters on the planet has been assigned a 3-word code.
By who?
By a company called What 3 Words.
And Neil. Yeah.
So Ocean Colour Scene would be a very good What 3 Words address.
Okay, so where is it?
And that's typically what they are, the 3 words like that.
So where is it?
Where is it?
Didn't exist. It's not on there.
fucking pointless, isn't it?
You could have done, though.
That's cool.
No, I don't understand the concept of this website. Is it a website?
So you've got
What's the
stuck in a
point?
bog. So you're stuck in a bog. You phone someone up and say, I'm at Davy's wet knob, and they find that on the map and they know where you are.
You can just say, say where you are.
I don't know why that's noise. Yeah.
No, but if you give your GPS location, it's quite a long.
Let's just give you GPS location. Don't have to give it a stupid fucking word name, do you?
The idea is that's more memorable than 2 very long numbers to pinpoint your location.
Memorable to who?
People.
If you're stuck in a fucking creek and you have to cut your hand off and drink your own piss, you're not going to be worrying about remembering vocabulary words. What a waste of time. Bet those cunts got 125 grand for that.
I bet they fucking did.
I'm sure they did. I can't really contradict you because I think you're right.
Of course I am.
I've never understood.
Nonsense in my life.
I've never understood it. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
There we go.
Absolute nonsense.
Anyway.
All right.
Ocean
Colour Scene. 5 top 10 albums. 17 top 40 singles, including 6 in the top 10. That's a pretty fucking good record, isn't it? So
it's a bad run, is it?
Bad at all. Yeah. So as Wikipedia said, they formed in Birmingham in 1989 out of a few different bands basically coming together and merging. And they're called Ocean Colour Scene. Kind of says it's a crap name in the interview, doesn't he? Dave, what do you reckon? It's not bad, is it?
Dave's he's the authority on it. Dave?
Well, I think it was quite of the moment and it grabbed your attention, that name. I think
you're right.
It was a good name for selling the band, I reckon. But looking back now,
you're saying in the past
name.
tense. Right. Oh, it's good. Right, I like it.
All right, so...
But, they're established now, so it doesn't matter. Like he was saying about Echo and the Bunnymen,
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but they're brilliant bands. So you just accept
it becomes normalised, isn't it?
Of course it does.
It does my nut when things become normalised too much. Like weapons of mass destruction's like a easy example, isn't it? And so it's just a weapon of mass destruction. No one knows what that means, It does my nut. And people use it like this, like it's normal, Manger, that's another one, isn't it? Yeah, Jesus was born in a manger. Oh, right, was he? Manger, was it? What the fuck's a manger? No one knows, and people just use it as if it's like a normal thing. Oh, right, yeah, manger, yeah.
I don't think I've ever slept in a manger.
No, but even if you're on a farm or whatever, you wouldn't say, oh, yeah, I'm just going to walk round to the back manger and see the baby lamb. They're going to use it, oh, yeah.
But they just had them back then, didn't they? They don't have them now.
Then why are you still using the name,
It was a very small period of time they must have had mangers for.
Yeah, from
I don't know, man.
the year 0 to the year 1.
yeah. Although Damon... Dr. Damon is the only one in the band not from Birmingham. He's from Liverpool, as he alludes to in the upcoming interview. Although I think he's now got Italian citizenship. So,
right.
It's an Italian-sounding name,
Don't blame him.
Minchella. Yeah. So, they started in 1989. They signed to indie label Records, released a few singles. The label got bought out by kind of Phonogram Records. And I think they were on a label called Fontana, and basically they started to try to dictate exactly what the band did. So we talk about it a little bit in the upcoming interview, but the first album got fucked around with. They basically had to remix it and re-record it a couple of times. The record company were trying to make them like a baggy band because that was what was in at the time. But they were also putting them on with these shoegaze bands, as we talk about in the interview. But that didn't really fit what they were doing. I read another interview where he said that they kind of label trying to kind of force them to tour America like unrelentingly, like trying to pressure them to break up, I guess, just to kind of fuck with them. But so the result was the first album, Ocean Colour Scene, in 1992, and by his own measure, not great. Not a great record. I think it's all right. It's totally different to the later ones, but I
don't know if I've given it a good listen, to be honest. I don't know if I've ever given that album a good listen.
It does have a bit of a kind of a scuzzy kind of shoegazy, dreamy feel to it compared to the kind of the more tightness of the later albums. It's all right. It's all right. But they were a total failure and they were basically back on the dole. And he talks about it in an interview, but they kind of met up with a guy called Andy McDonald, who was the owner of Go Discs, a legendary kind of indie label, had like Billy Bragg and stuff like that on it. And he's also the owner of Independiente, which was pretty big in the 90s, responsible for Paul Weller's kind of revival in the 90s. And again, maybe we'll talk about Weller afterwards. But anyway, he gave him a load of money and said, make an album, even though he wasn't going to sign them. And you'll find out why in the interview. And they did. And they got together and they practiced, got super tight. And the second album, Moseley, Shoals, came out in 1996. Number 2 in the charts, massive singles from it, right? Riverboat Song, which everyone knows from TFI Friday. We'll talk about it after. It's almost like being in the room with a band.
There you go.
They record The Train, You've Got It Bad. So the album got to number 2, stayed in the charts for 92 weeks, and by the following year, it already sold 1.2 million copies. So huge Britpop success, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. They played Knebworth, of course, in 96 as well. And
I don't know if they played the day I was there. Band. I went on the Sunday. Did you go on the Saturday?
No, they played the Saturday when I was there.
Yeah, I went on the Sunday.
You went on the Sunday, I went on the Saturday. Yeah, I saw them on the Saturday. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Third album followed quite swiftly after in 1997 called Marching Already. No G on the Marching. Big songs from there. 100 Mile High City, which was also used in the Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels soundtrack. So they're right at the heart of like Brit rock culture. Yeah, it is good, man. It is good. Yeah. Couple of tunes, Traveller's Tune and It's a Beautiful Thing featuring P.P. Arnold, who we talked about last week with Steve from Red Cross. And it surpassed its predecessor and it hit number 1 on the charts, knocking Be Here Now off the top spot.
But it didn't sell more, surely?
No, it didn't. It didn't sell more and it wasn't in the charts as long, but it got to number 1 on that first.
That's often the way, though, isn't it? Yeah. That's often the way. It's like Levelers, like Leveling the Land didn't get to number 1, I don't think, but their self-titled album afterwards did.
So when they knocked Be Here Now...
You should have ignored Mike.
It's good, man. No, it's good.
We liked it. We accepted it.
I liked it.
Okay.
I didn't challenge it. Yeah, it's good. I apologise for not responding more enthusiastically, but I did like it and I agree with it. And you are a genius.
That's all I wanted.
Sure.
You can carry on now.
So when they knocked Be Here Now off the top spot, Noel sent them like a congratulations plaque that said like congratulations to the second best band in Britain.
Oh.
And
so like
no. Then Steve Craddock retorted, "It's an honour to be the second best band in Britain, ahead of Oasis and behind the Beatles." Yeah. So they had a few more. They had loads more albums. So it's a bit. And I think it's just a bit of banter. You know, they were good mates. Bit of banter.
Yeah. Bit of banter.
Yeah. So they had a few more albums. So Britpop bands, man. Yeah. It's good. One from the Modern in 1999, Mechanical Wonder in 2001, North Atlantic Drift in 2003. In 2004, today's guest, Damon, left the band. Not amicably. We don't go into it in the interview, so I can probably talk about it now.
Okay.
But yeah.
Have you made this up?
No. Okay. I don't know exactly what happened, but I think basically they got kind of pissed off with each other. And I saw one interview with Damon saying that basically that the band was split into 2 camps depending on what kind of drugs you were doing, which I think is quite a common thing for bands, isn't it? I think it is.
Which 2 drugs?
So, yeah, I don't know. I think Damon was more into like into the Charlie and all of that, and I think some of the others were more into just like smoking weed and that. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, those 2 don't really work probably.
But I think they just had enough of being constantly with the same people for years and years and years for every single day in a
me and Dave
tiny
were in a
tour
van
bus.
for a weekend, and it was enough.
Yeah, sure.
No, he's right.
Yeah, but all throughout this time, Damon and some other members of the band were playing with Paul Weller's band, live band as well, and so Damon was playing with Weller all of this time. After he left, he did loads of stuff. So he talked about it a little bit at the end of the interview, but he played with Paul McCartney. He played with The Who at Live Aid, with Jimmy Page, with Amy Winehouse. Oh, right. Is it good?
It's good. The Who still look quite fresh and young. I remember them looking old, but now they look really old. But then
this
they
was
were just
Live 8
a bit
years
older.
ago.
Yeah.
So it's 20 years ago, yeah. So they must have been 60s, late 50s, 60s. Now they're
not like 80 now, are they?
Yeah, they are. Roger Daltrey's 81.
They'd be a good 80.
Yeah, Roger Daltrey's 81.
Oh, really? Okay, there you go. All right. All right.
But no, it's a good performance.
Now,
Live 8 was shit, though, wasn't it? Pointless.
I don't remember it.
Didn't do anything, did it? What was it? What was it? What was it for? It's supposed to do something. I can't remember what. Bono
Heal
did those
the world,
clicks.
make it a better place.
Bono did those clicks about kids dying every whatever many seconds.
It's got that joke.
Was
That's got that joke, hasn't it? Yeah, that's the joke, isn't it? Yeah, well, stop doing it then. Yeah. Every time I click my fingers, another child died. Stop clicking your fingers.
Don't know what it's supposed to. It was supposed to achieve. I'm not sure. But I don't think it did much.
No.
But
Back to Damon. So in around 2008, he got a hand injury, so he had to stop playing his bass for 6 months or so, which led to him. Well, he got offered a position to do lecturing on music at a college. So he did that. So he became a lecturer. As well as a musician. He went back after 6 months to doing music as well. And then he did a PhD, which is why he's Dr. Damon. Do you want to know the title of his PhD thesis?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
It is Making Music in the Radial Mainstream, Representation of Creative Practice in UK-based pop rock.
Don't want to know it now.
I read the first 3 chapters of it today. It's quite good. It's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it a heavy read?
Damon,
just
at least
break,
one person's
mean?
read your thesis now. Eh?
What did that long list of words you said mean?
Okay, so he uses this. So making music in the radial mainstream. So he uses this. I think it's his own phrase. He calls it the radial mainstream, which he explains. It's like another way is to call it the alternative mainstream. So you've got bands. You've got the mainstream, right? Mainstream music is music where you don't need
Taylor
to make
Swift.
any. Well, no. Well, that's not the point. The point is it requires no agency. So without you exerting any agency, you encounter this music. Like it's played in the supermarket or on the radio or whatever. It doesn't involve you making any effort on your part to actively listen to it.
Passive. You
Taylor
passively consume it.
Taylor Swift. And then you've got what he calls the radial mainstream, which are bands which still maybe do quite well and they get in the charts and stuff, but they require someone to actively seek out and listen to their music.
Gotcha.
So that's how he describes it. That's the radial mainstream, which is basically what Ocean Colour Scene are, right?
Okay, right.
They require some kind of investment and interest in music in order to do it. So it's just basically about what is the creative practice of these kind of artists that live in that space, basically. So it's an interesting idea for a thesis. Yeah. I'll finish it. I think I'll probably read the rest of it. It's good. Then in 2016, he joined Richard Ashcroft's band. And so he was on stage at the big Oasis gigs all over the UK last year and in other parts of the world as well. And he's just released a book called You'd Look Good on a Donkey. I read the first 2 or 3 chapters that were available on Amazon, and it's brilliant. Really, you'll listen to the interview. It's like his interview, basically. Yeah. He's very funny and very clever and very witty, and he's not taking himself too seriously. Yeah. I will definitely read the rest of it. So, have a listen, have a read, buy the book. It's great. There you go. All right. That's Damon. Dr. Damon Minchella.
Let's have a listen to the interview, and then we'll come back afterwards. It's Damon Minchella, Ocean Colour Scene, and all that other stuff. Enjoy. Damon, thanks so much for coming on. Where are you zooming in from today?
Wales today, and then I'm back to Italy tomorrow.
Traveling around at the moment.
And you live in Italy, is that right?
I live in Italy mainly, yeah. We've got a house in Wales as well. But the house in Wales floods a lot, and Italy's much sunnier and much nicer.
Wales
South Wales is pretty beautiful, but there's a reason why it's very green.
Right. It's the rain.
It's always raining.
Sounds good. Well, before we do anything else, let's talk about your book. It came out a couple of days ago, I think, as we speak. What can you tell us about it?
Weirdly, it's about me.
Yes.
That's good.
Flipping heck. It's about everything. Well, it's not about everything. It's about lots of things I've done in my life, centered around music, obviously, but it's not just about music. You know, there's family, friendship, enemies, football, politics, art, dogs,
all of that.
philosophy, all kinds of stuff in there. But
Wow.
generally linked around twiddling my fingers for a living on a guitar.
Yeah, that's cool. It's called "You'd Look Good on a Donkey: Britpop Bass Lines and Baddish Decisions." Where does the title come from?
Title comes the subtitle. The second part comes from the publishers, but the main title, "You Look Good on a Donkey," comes from Ian Brown, because he used to live around the corner from me in London many years back, and I bumped into him in some hideous nightclub, and he was like, "Fucking hell, Minchella, you'd look great in a Porsche, but you'd also look good on a fucking donkey." So I thought, take the swearing out, "You'd Look Good on a Donkey" is such a great title for anything. Yeah. So when I started writing the book, I thought, what am I going to call it? I don't want to call it my memoirs, boring. Yeah. So I thought, oh yeah, "You'd Look Good on a Donkey," because it's kind of daft, but it's intriguing as well, which the book is as well. It's got its funny and silly moments.
Sure.
It's also got some mystery to it. Hopefully, it's not
deep, profound moments.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm not making any friends with it, but I also didn't want to write a typical sodding music biography, which goes like, the day I was born and goes through all the, Then I was a toddler. Then I went to school, and it's like, oh Jesus Christ! And all my favourite biographies, getting a bit literary now, is like Vladimir Nabokov and Gabriel Garcia Marquez. They never go in a straight line. So memory doesn't come to you in a chronological order. Your memory always jumps around.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, which is kind of how I wrote it. And Ty did it up a bit. And the reason why I went with Backstage books is because they're the only publishers who didn't want to change anything. I had quite a few bigger book companies like, oh, we love it, but we need to put it in chronological order. We need to edit this out, and we can release it in 2028. I'm like, can you? Can you now?
Yeah. No. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You said enemies, and you haven't made many friends. What kind of enemies are we talking?
No, just in life in general,
Sure.
Sure. I mean, I certainly won't be making friends with the music industry itself, nor with certain elements of the sort of the military-industrial complex who finance, all your apps and technology. Definitely.
Yeah, that's all right. Definitely. We don't need to be friends with it.
No, exactly. No. And also, it's my book, so I'm going to say what I fucking want.
Sure. I did read the first few pages that was available on Amazon. It's a good first line.
Yes.
Am I allowed to say it?
Yeah, of course.
Spoiler. The first line is, "Leonard Cohen told me to fuck off."
Yeah, well, once upon a time, Leonard Cohen told me to fuck off.
Sorry, once upon a time. Yeah. All stories need once upon a time, of course. I apologise. That's a good line. That's great.
Well, again, when I started writing it, I was like, it just came out straight away.
Yeah.
Immediately just popped into my head, and the whole process was really interesting. I wouldn't say it was easy, because you need to. So if you're thinking about stuff that you've done and, remembering stuff, as a writer, it's the way you remember it as well. So you already know what you're talking about. So then you need to present it in a way that someone who doesn't live inside your own head can actually read it. Right. And it makes sense to them. And the feedback I've had so far has been incredible. People are like, I didn't realize you could write really well. It's like, I'm not, just because I play the bass, the easy instrument. I mean, I've got a PhD. Not the thickest person on the planet. But yeah, the whole process I really, really enjoyed it, So yeah.
And it's very enjoyable to read what I read up to that far. It's great. A couple more though. Mods are twats.
Yes. Old mods are twats.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had a bugbear with the whole mod thing because obviously,
Oh, go on. I do like a bit of mod culture.
Yeah, same. So do I. I like some of the clothes and I like some of the music. I like none of the attitude because it's like, okay, let's just pick it apart really, really quickly. Modernism. Modernism doesn't mean everything after 1967 is shit.
It's the opposite, right? It's looking at
the opposite, yeah. So at the time, the whole mod thing, which was based around Italian street culture, in the 60s and what have you, I get it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to be the sharpest. We're going to be the most forward-looking people. And obviously then when people come back to revisit it, they're just literally going back to a historical movement that's dead.
Yeah.
And getting obsessed with, how many fingers can you fit under your button-down collar? If it's not 5, it's not right. It's like,
right.
And then obviously it extends to a lot of music as well. And it's like, you'd have we can only use old microphones.
Yeah, well, I was going to maybe talk about that a bit later. I know, Ocean Colour Scene got accused of that kind of thing, didn't they? Quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and easily so, because, if you put a scooter on the front cover of a single, it's kind of saying we are the mods, which...
I guess so.
Yeah.
I totally agree, though, man. I agree. That whole kind of harking back is not what mods should be about. For me, it's like the clean living in difficult circumstances is what some
Weller's line.
And well, that's it, man. And that's a cool thing to celebrate,
Yeah, totally. I said there are elements of it which I get. It's like, trying to restrict everything into like 3 letters is just, crazy. And it's like one of the things I speak about it in, I think it's the first chapter towards the end. The influences of my old band were not everything finished in 1967. Simon and I grew up listening to the Velvet Underground and the Stooges. And Simon was massively into folk music. That's what inspires most of his writing. We were all massively into the band Free, who are definitely not mods.
No.
Yeah.
And I think most people think Free, they just know all right now, well, that was a Free shitter song. That was their pop song. But, Free for like 4 albums, their second to fifth albums, utterly fantastic, and inspired the sound, not the way we played, but inspired the space in our music. And the drum was really into reggae. So and when I'd finish a mix in the studio, I'd always reference it against a Public Enemy track, just to see the sort of bass end impact of it, and also the sort of depth of the sound. So if you put all those things together, it's the reggae, breakdance, lovers rock, acid rock, folk with a bit of mod. I mean, what is that?
There we go.
It's just music,
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah, and just one more thing that I picked up from the book. You didn't say it by name, but Brett Anderson Plonker.
Yeah. He was one of the, as again, it's like
Plonker's a great word.
It's where I lived in London for a while. Ian Brown round the corner, who's always had a lot of time for. The chap with the long hair from the Chemical Brothers, who was always really nice, could never remember his name. I used to meet him.
I think, but yeah.
And then you'd have Brett Anderson, who was always preening around, but would never talk to anyone. He would literally stare at you, but refuse to talk to you. It's like, Plonker. And also, weirdly, Peter Mandelson, who I describe with the Italian banger stronza, which means it means many different things in Italian. But if I put it in the female form, it basically means bitch.
Okay. Oh, fucking hell. That's not someone you'd want for a neighbour.
No. And also when later on in the book I talk about one heroic night when there was like loads of police cars turn up on our road, and he literally lived 3 doors down. I thought they were doing a drug bust on me. So I literally was having fucking palpitations, threw all my gear down the toilet, was looking out the window, and they stopped outside there, and I thought, oh shit, it's Peter Mandelson. They literally had come to arrest Peter Mandelson. And I was like, what an inflated ego I have.
Wow.
And there's a notorious, well, many things that Peter Mandelson was and still is.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Last year, you had a pretty big year, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. How was it? The big Oasis comeback concerts.
I mean, it was amazing because obviously the first time round, we must have done over 100 gigs with Oasis from the Live Forever tour before Definitely Maybe came out. When we got to know them, started playing with them up towards one of my last gigs with Ocean Colour Scene was playing with Oasis, some Normo gig in Belfast. So the second time round, it was beautiful to witness. It was a lot calmer. The organisation was a lot slicker. It was very calm backstage because previously, the first time round, it was utter chaos. And it was wonderful. But what was so good, amazing about this tour was the audience. The sheer euphoria from the audience, from the first gig in Cardiff to the last gig in Brazil. It was just incredible. I think people just couldn't believe it was happening. And they were fantastic. They'd rehearse for 6 weeks with full production. So they rehearsed everything for 6 weeks. Me and Richard and the guitarist and drummer rehearsed for half an hour in his kitchen. with no drums.
And went out in front of
like 2.5 million people. But what was also amazing for Richard and also us playing with him, it's like we weren't the support band. It was almost like we existed in our own world within their world. So as soon as we hit the stage, it was like we were headlining. Particularly as we were heading towards the back end of the set with Bittersweet Symphony. It was like had between 60 and 90,000 people all just going insane.
Yeah. Fuck. What's that like to step out and just see that sea of people and hear them?
Yeah. Well, I'd experienced that a lot the first time round. And obviously then the difference is everyone's got their sodding mobile phone torch on. Which is actually kind of cool because it's like you're playing, I'm going to sound like Chris Martin though, like you're playing to a sea of stars. I wish I hadn't said that.
No, I like it.
But okay, you're playing to a constellation of humans. It's incredible. Yeah. It's incredible. Yeah. The South American bit at the end was just the best bit. I think the gig in Chile is the best gig I've ever done.
Oh, really? That's cool.
And also,
what was so good about it?
Well, it was the context of where we were playing as well, because it's the old National Stadium where Pinochet used to execute everybody.
Fuck, yeah.
And there's an amazing, huge memorial at the far end of the stadium, which you can't see when you're on stage, but during soundcheck you can see it. So it's in honor of the executed people. And then you walk out on stage, and before we played a note, like everyone's in tears. And we're the support band. We're just like sheer happiness this is actually happening. And just the energy that was coming back from the audience was just like mind blowing. Yeah. And then you get half an hour to have a couple of beers and then watch Oasis if you fancy it, which is kind of nice.
That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it was all right, actually. It was all right. And there's also a tour with lots of days off as well, obviously to protect Liam's voice. So I was quite often just flying back to Italy after every other gig, go back to Italy for a bit. When no one really knows what I do, which is great in my little town.
Yeah.
They eventually twigged, but they still weren't that arsed. So you go back to absolute normality, and they get the plane back to utter insanity. So if you lived in the insanity, which is what we did the first time round, it does send you a bit loopy.
Yeah.
So this time round, it was nice to go.
Sure.
Yeah.
What was the atmosphere like backstage? Were Liam and Noel were they chatting and joking around with each other?
Noel was incredibly sociable. After the first Cardiff gig, I think he was just relieved. Okay, this is actually happening because there was a lot riding on it because they couldn't insure the tour. No one would insure it. So if it did go tits up because those two had an argument,
it would insure it.
Yeah, it would, and it would have gone tits up. It would have been disastrous. Yeah. Noel was hanging out all the time. I did not see Liam apart from on stage until the last gig, which is the last one in Sao Paulo, where he watched from the side of the stage, came up to me and gave me a kiss as he always does on the gob, as he always does. Gary, you fucking mad cunt. That was fucking insane. And then off he went. So I seem to have this thing with Manchester singers where they're... I don't know what it is. Yeah, so that it was great. And it's just like seeing Bonehead, obviously he's had his issues with throat cancer and whatnot. He was great. A lot of the old road crew as well was still there.
Oh, that's nice.
It was fab actually. And Andy Bell and Gem, whose real name is Colin, were we're on really good form as well, as they would be, because, it's like, wow, we get to do this again. The whole thing was fab. Really good. And also really good because my wife, who'd never saw them the first time round, got to see them loads.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Great. That is good.
Yeah. All right, can we go right back? How about getting into bands as a kid and first bands and all of that?
Yeah, well, Echo and the Bunnymen, the Cutter, it changed my world. Because up to that, I mean, I was a really good goalkeeper. So all I did was play football and chase the dog around the house or fuck about on my bike with my mates, as in like a push bike,
Yeah.
And the radio was always on in the morning before school. It was always Radio 1, and I never paid attention. And my sister was always listening to fucking shit pop music. So it meant nothing to me. And then all of a sudden, the Radio 1 DJ said, blah, 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 said a really silly name, which was Echo and the Bunnymen. And then the Cutter came on. And I was like, what is this? Right. This isn't like the other music you hear in the morning before you go to school. Then it turned out she had a copy of Smash Hits, which weirdly they were in. So I'd heard this song and then saw what they looked like. And I'm like, oh my God, these are cool, mysterious weirdos. Read the lyrics. And I was like, what is this magical world?
Sure.
So then I bought the single, borrowed my sister's record player, listened to the A-side and B-side for the entire weekend straight, and thought, right, I need to save up some money. Bought their 3 albums that are out. And then a few months later, they're in the NME, which I'd nicked from the newsagents, but don't tell anyone. They announced they got a new album and a tour. And we'd just moved from Merseyside to Birmingham. So I went to see them at the Birmingham Odeon. They stopped playing. This is the first gig I've ever been to. The volume has blown my mind. All the smoke disappears, and you got the coolest band ever in a line across the stage. And it was the guy on the far right with the really big guitar. I thought, right, I could do any of those things. I don't want to be the guy in the middle. I don't want to play the drums. Not the little guitar. That guy there over there with the big guitar. Didn't even know what it was called. That's what I want to do. So found out what one of those things was called. Pestered my mom to get me one of those big guitars, the bass guitar from K's catalogue, which was 20 quid. Came with an amp.
20 quid, including
20 quid and an amplifier. And I didn't know you were supposed to tune them up. I didn't know what notes were. But the first thing I ever did was I put on a Jimi Hendrix record, which is a song called Red House, which I didn't know had no bass on it. So it's just Hendrix and Mitchell. And I started playing along because there's obviously no bass, so I'm not like clashing with anything. And at one point I played one note and it seemed to fit with the record I was playing along to. And I thought, oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
And then I play along to another song, like, I don't know, Crosstown Traffic. And it was really hard because there's a bass on there and I'm not even in tune, don't know what the notes are.
Right.
But I thought, I'm going to try and work this out. And then eventually you join a band at school and then the clever guitarist says, oh, you need to tune it. I thought the big things at the end were just to hold the strings on.
Sure.
And then you take it from there and it's like, that was it really. So, and oddly, I'm really good friends with the guy who stood on the right with the big guitar, Les Patterson, the original Bunnymen's bass player, who lives out in Melbourne. And I've gone when he emigrated.
It's
was
not fun.
It's not fun.
Evacuates
Going to evacuate to the other side of the world. I got the acoustic bass he used on Ocean Rain and his old amplifier.
That is cool. Yeah. We always like to ask about school band names. What was the band name that you had?
The first one that I joined in, and it wasn't my band then, they already existed, went by the typical school band name of Transaction. It's appalling.
It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, but it wasn't my band, so I couldn't name it. But then the next band, which the guitarist in Transaction stayed with me, the next band was called the Love Slots.
That's worse.
Nice.
Yeah, but it gets better. Then we morphed into Shit.
Just shit.
Shit. No, but it was which was short for Solihull High Street International Terrorists. Yeah, and we couldn't get any gigs because of the name. So me and the guitarist thought, well, let's form another band. And we called it, and apologies now, but at the time it was very punk, The Queers.
Right, which is there is a punk band called The Queers, of course.
Yeah. And there was no bass player in that. I decided I was just going to sing in this band because that was even more punk. And it was we did one gig, and that was supporting a band called The Great Betrayal, whose lead singer was Simon Fowler, and that's how I met him.
Wow.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, so that young, amazing. Yeah. So then that evolved into Ocean Colour Scene? Is that what happened?
So that evolved into a band called The Fanatics, which was just me and Simon, and then we got a manager who I talk about in the book because he wasn't, and it cost me and Simon 150 grand to get rid of him, which is a very interesting chapter later on. But we knew our drummer was shit, and he's like, "Oh, I used to manage this reggae band. The drummer's called Oscar. He's really good. Why don't you get him to try out?" So then he joined the Fanatics, and the guitarist was a lovely fella, but he was a total hippie, and all he ever wanted to do was have a blues jam, and we were like, "That's no good." But we'd already made a EP and got played once on the John Peel show.
Wow.
Which was like, wow. That's the height of fame. So we needed a new guitarist. So Simon suggested this guy who was like a total mod who I really didn't like, a guy called Steve Craddock. And I'm like, I don't want that wanker in the band. He's like,
mod to twats.
Mod to twats. But then Simon pulled a fast one because he knew I literally adored Hendrix. We were supposed to be going to the pub, and Simon was like, "We just need to stop off at a mate's house and pick something up from his garage." I was like, "Yeah, fine." He's like, "Oh, why don't you come in?" So I go in, and there's Steve Craddock, dressed not like a mod, who immediately launches into a Hendrix song at full volume. And I was like, "Fuck me, all right, you're good.
Yeah,
you can join the band." And and then we thought, well, we've got to have a new name for the band. The Fanatics already had a bit of a following, but we wanted to be less like we were basically like a B-Tech Buzzcocks mixed with a bit of Velvet Underground. We were kind of expanding a bit, and with a better guitarist, we were like, okay, well, we need to call this band something else. So we all four of us got really fucking stoned, went to a library, and all got an encyclopedia out or a dictionary and just wrote down loads of words, and we stuck them all together and came up with Ocean Colour Scene, which was such an embarrassing name that all our mates would say, "So what's the new band called?" We're like, Ocean Colour.
It's all right. It's good.
Yeah, no, I know. And then it becomes a thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not as stupid as Echo and the Bunnymen, for Christ's sake.
No. It's not as cheesy as the Beatles either, which is like the worst pun ever.
Jam. The Jam is such a pub covers band, isn't it?
Yeah. It works though. It works. And I was checking through the concert archive website, and I saw those early days you're playing with loads of like shoegaze bands like Ride and Flowered Up and Catherine Wheel and all of those. Were you kind of part of that scene?
Not really. No. I mean, our second ever gig was supporting Ride.
Right.
Which is really funny because that's when I became friends with Andy Bell, and that was in 1989. I'd been friends with Andy Bell longer than Ashcroft's drummer's been alive. And then our fourth ever gig was supporting the Charlatans, some university student union in the Midlands somewhere. But then the press would like lump us in with, all the shoegazing thing, whatever that might be, which obviously the Charlatans were. I suppose Ride were kind of thrown in with that. And you get Catherine Wheel and all these bands that have long since disappeared, like Chapter House and all this kind of. But we were never really that. But yeah, so that was the early thing.
Yeah. And the first album, I think, quite a lot of trouble, but it finally came out in 92. I think it's fair to say it didn't lead to instant fame and fortune. That first album.
No, it fucking didn't. The thing is, that was my first sort of headbutting the walls of major record labels, because when they signed us, they signed us because Bob Stanley, who went on to form St. Etienne, saw us play in Manchester when he was a journalist for the Melody Maker, and he wrote a review, which is insane because we were like average at best, but he wrote this review saying, "This is the band the Beatles nearly were, the Stone Roses wanted to be, and the Lars should have been."
Wow.
So we're a band that's better than the Beatles, Stone Roses, and the Lars all rolled into one. Now, because of that, major labels just wanted to sign us. We probably had about 3 good tunes, but they sounded like us. They didn't sound like anything else. So then we signed this big deal, which we didn't see any money out of, with Fontana. And the reason why we went with Fontana is because they used to put out Scott Walker's records. And we thought, oh my God, the same record label as Scott Walker and a few Frank Sinatra's tracks. This is so cool. And then we start making the first album, and then the whole sort of baggy thing breaks. So need to sound like that. And then grunge breaks. So then they get a grunge producer in, and then something else breaks. And by the time it came out, we've made it 3 times.
Yeah.
We're all with different producers who are all lovely people, but they were just like, the record label were constantly trying to make us fit in with whatever was happening. And if you're trying to fit in with what's happening, you're already too late. Instead of just letting us be why they signed us. But the experience of that when we eventually left that label is the thing that we just said, right, we're going to do what we fucking want to do. Right. You know, we're going to sound like what we want to sound like, which is eventually, you know.
And it works, right? So then you're fortunate.
Well, yeah, it works okay.
It did all right. It did all right.
All right.
Yeah, pretty good.
Is that when Paul Weller comes into the picture?
Yeah, he kind of came in. Oh, jeez. 4 while we were starting to get all the songs together that would eventually mutate into Moseley Shoals, because we'd done a support with Weller in 92, and we'd also used his studio that he used to have just off Hyde Park. I think it was Hyde Park, Bayswater Road in London. And he asked Steve to play in his touring band for Wildwood. And then when we're making Moseley Shoals in 95, he's come down to the studio to play Hammond on Riverboat Song, a guitar solo on The Circle. And he's like, Damon, what you doing? This is on Friday. Damon, what you doing on Monday? I was like, well, I'm going to be here in the studio in Birmingham. He said, can you get down to London for like an audition with my band? I was like, okay. And he gave me a set list of 72 songs. Bear in mind, this is late on Friday. And I've got to be in London first thing Monday morning. So what I didn't know, he just presumed I'd pick 10 songs. I learned all 72. Actually, I mean, I learned them badly. Yeah. But I obviously didn't go to sleep for the remaining intervening period. Right. So I get down to rehearsal, and he was like, which 10 have you learned? I said, what do you mean? Which 10? Heartbroken. Because I'm on no sleep. And I was like, I've learnt them all. And he was like, you fucking nutter. I tell you what, I slept well Monday night once I got to the hotel after rehearsal. Yeah.
And you did play with his touring band for a while, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, geez, from 95 through to 2007, there's like a year gap when me and Steve didn't play with him because obviously we became super busy. So he was really busy with like touring Heavy Soul. March and Anedotes then come out, so we're like doing fucking arenas all over the world. Me and Steve still wanted to make it work with the Weller band, but the 2 agents were like, yeah, but if Ocean Colour Scene have got a gig that day, that means Paul can't do a gig that day, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so we had some other musicians only for 1 year, and then he's like, well, fuck that, let's just make it work. So I carried on with that till 2007.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. What's he like? Weller. He seems he's such an enigma to me. He's like a eccentric in the best kind of English eccentric way. I don't know.
Well, Steve White, his long-standing ex-drummer, described him as a lovely bunch of people.
Okay, that's good.
That's a good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the 12 years I worked with him, he was drinking a lot. So when Paul's sober, he's an absolute sweetheart.
Right.
And when he was drunk, he was literally Satan.
Right.
The most difficult human being to be around. Not to the members of the band, but to everyone else around him. You know. So, and a lot of people say, "Oh, what was it like playing with Paul for 12 years?" And I always tend to say, 11 years too long.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But I learned, musically, guy's an absolute genius. And he's a powerhouse, and he does his thing, and he's always done his own thing, and which I really respect as well. So I've got a lot of love for him. I'm just glad I don't play with him anymore.
The mod father.
Yes.
Yeah. You talked a little bit about it already, but can you talk a bit about touring with Oasis in '95 and doing like Main Road and fucking what's the big one?
Knebworth.
Knebworth. Me and Neil were both there, along with the other 250,000 people.
Yeah.
How was all of that?
It was insane. But I mean, when we started playing with them, I said they would do the biggest gig on the Live Forever tour was the Astoria, which is like 1,000 capacity. So we were playing to like 500, 600, 700 people a night on this tour in general, because it's hard to think now that Oasis weren't massive, particularly they were touring Live Forever, that single, but they still weren't at that size. It was only, the next year it all went humongous, but we just got on with them immediately. All of them, all 5 of them. Like utterly immediately, and it was fucking hilarious, literally hilarious.
Yeah,
I mean, Knebworth. There's one defining moment for me at Knebworth is Liam driving a golf buggy with a nosebleed, with Richard Ashcroft sitting on top of the golf buggy backstage.
Okay.
And another one was me and Liam sitting on top of their tour bus in Sweden, going down the motorway.
Fucking hell.
I know.
That's not a good idea.
And Liam is only wearing a Union Jack. And we're trying to light cigarettes in the headwind sitting on the top of the tour bus. We should be dead.
I mean, what do you have to take to get to that position? Yeah. You mentioned Moseley Shoals, massive album. What can you tell us about putting the album together and the recording process and everything?
Yeah, well, I mean, once we'd left Fontana, we'd actually given them some demos, which included Day We Caught the Train in '93, and they're like, these are shit. And we're like, okay, that's it. So we engineered a way to get off the label, but they put an embargo on us from doing anything for 12 months while also the legal shit was sorted out. So we couldn't gig. So we rented the crappest little back room in a crap studio in the centre of Birmingham. So this wasn't the Moseley Shoals studio. This is like a tiny little place with like 4 microphones and 8-track desk. But we started writing the music that we wanted to write. We knew the Day We Caught the Train was really good. And there's another song that made it onto Moseley Shoals, which is one on the demos that the record label had knocked back. And we thought, fuck it. And then we were demoing, and we got together early versions of Day We Caught the Train, Circle, Line in Your Pocket, and another one, put them on a cassette. And it was when me and Steve were recording with Weller down at Stanley Road. We gave the cassette to the guy who'd signed Weller, which is Andy McDonald from Go Discs. And Andy loves this cassette. He's like, fuck me. These are amazing. I would sign you right now, but we've just signed Travis, right? And our record label's really small. We can't take you on because we've got Portishead, Travis, Weller, blah, blah, blah. We can't take you on. So what he did was he gave us £10,000 in cash, which in '95 was a fuck ton of money. It's more money than we'd ever seen. A 16-track desk, 4 more microphones, 2 speakers, and a couple of FX units. And he literally said, this is enough money to rent a studio for a year. Make the album yourself. Don't give it to anyone else until it's finished, and then you'll get a record deal.
Wow.
So we were like, okay, how do we work a desk this big? So I worked out how to engineer it. With the 10 grand, our manager, Chris, found a studio that used to be Dexy's Midnight Runners studio when they did their first 2 albums before they became Fake Gypsies. When they were still doing when they were still like, very much in the bowling hats and the peacoats. So the studio was still shit, but it sounded really good. So I worked out where to put microphones, how to work the desk. So literally for 6 months, the 4 of us went there every day and we're just writing and recording. And by the end of 6 months, we'd got 72 songs, again, 72, that ranged from good to brilliant. And we're like, okay, these sound really good, but they don't sound like other people's records because we couldn't mix. Because the recording thing is one thing, mixing is something else. It's a whole other skill set. So we asked Brendan Lynch and his co-producer, really, Max Hayes, who'd done Stanley Road and were doing the Primal Scream album. Can you come and mix our album for free because we haven't got any money? Right. Now, bearing in mind, this is going to be 3 months of work. And they were like, yeah, all right. Yeah. So they did. So with their help, we turned it into this thing. It's actually sounded really good. And then MCA Records were like, well, we want to sign you. And we were like, okay. And they wanted to give us a big advance and have loads of creative control. And we said, fuck off. We've been down this route. We literally give us the smallest advance and we've got 100% control over everything. And that was it. And then it was done.
Wow.
And we picked the Riverboat Song as the first single because we thought this will not be a hit. This will be good. Let's not put out a commercial song because if that flops, then the record label will start to go, oh, I don't know. So they let us pick the singles. Like, let's pick Riverboat because it's a blues jam in double waltz timing. And it hasn't really got a chorus. It'll never be a hit. And we were wrong.
There you go. There you go. How much did TFI Friday help?
Hugely. It wasn't just that. It was, and the reason why we got it, because when we first played on it, it was only the pilot show. It hadn't been commissioned. So this came via our record label because Chris Evans' production company needed some bands to play on the pilot thing. Everyone's turning them down because all these bands are like, why would we play on the pilot? What a waste of time. We were the only band to say yes. We got a single coming out. We're like, well, why not? It'd be good fun. Play on a TV show. Yeah. Chris Evans fucking loved it, of course. And then it so happens, not only does TFI then get commissioned, but he's also the daytime Radio 1 breakfast DJ.
Yeah. Oh, he was huge. He was everywhere.
Yeah, and he'd always play what he wants. So he's like, right, I'm going to play Riverboat Song every fucking morning. So then Radio 1 are like, oh shit, okay, we need to playlist it. So this blues jam we thought would never be a hit is now suddenly becomes A-listed on Radio 1.
Wow.
And before you know, we've got a fucking hit. But then we're like, oh shit, we're going to be one of those Sado bands, one-hit wonder bands that we all hate.
Sure.
Because we were so, everything we'd done at that point had a real downside to it. There's always a but to anything we'd done.
Right.
So then we picked the follow-up single thinking, oh, well, it might just scrape charts. And it goes in even higher. And we're like, okay, people do like us. It's not just us that like us. Fuck me.
Yeah. I mean, I think Ocean Colour Theme were like the sound of the summer, like 1996, right? It's just everywhere. Yeah.
I remember going to get my hair cut once, and the guy who was cutting my hair, he was like, I fucking hate your band. I cannot get away from that ooh la la song. It really annoys me. And he gave me a free haircut. There you go.
Yeah, Riverboat Song. That bass line is arguably the most recognisable bass line.
Yeah, I think that got voted by Radio 2 listeners as the 14th best rock riff ever.
There you go.
I mean, 14th, I'll take that.
Sure. I mean,
14th.
It's better than 15th.
Yeah, exactly. And who wants to be the 13th best at anything? I mean,
no
one wants to be that one.
Did you enjoy that kind of the TV side? I think you did Top of the Pops and Jules Holland as well. Did you enjoy doing those kind of things?
They were all kind of weird because we were one of the only bands that would play live. The best way to do that, I mean, not Jules Holland, obviously it's live, but like Top of the Pops, most bands admire because you're there for a full 8 hours and you have 3 camera run-throughs and then the actual performance. So it's 12 minutes of work in 8 hours. Now, what do you do for the remaining 7 hours and 48 minutes? You get absolutely fucked up if you're miming. Okay?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. But we would always play live because we just we were right. We were always like, no, we're not going to fucking mime, otherwise we won't do it. So they was really boring, those TV shows. But you got to meet loads of
hanging
bands
around,
but you got to meet loads of people that you normally wouldn't spend time talking to.
For example,
all the cast, all of them, Stereophonics, all of All Saints, loads of people, because everyone's just hanging around. So you get to chat to loads of people and make loads of really good friendships. And then obviously you then wait a couple of days and watch yourself on the telly. Or my mum would always record it on VHS.
Sweet.
Thanks, Mum.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was great. It was great. But gigs way, way, way better. way better.
Right.
You know, it was like playing a song for 3 minutes and you've been waiting all day, and then okay, that's it. Oh, hey, you know.
Yeah.
Me complaining about being on TV shows. Christ.
No, I know.
No, we did. We did us.
We did. Speaking of gigs, I'm based in Tokyo. I think you made it out to Japan a few times, right? How are playing gigs? How was playing gigs?
Oh, amazing! I mean,
here.
I've been over to Japan 19 times.
Oh, wow.
It's one of my favorite countries. Amazing. Even back on the first album, you know, it was just like, absolute. It sounds like Beatlemania from Japanese fans. And then obviously when we came back again when we were a proper band, just utterly fantastic. But one of the funniest experiences ever in Japan, there's actually two. They do these football stadium gigs called Summer Sonic. So one was in Yokohama, the other one I can't remember, maybe outside Osaka. And it was like a rolling bill, so a bit like Reading and Leeds. So on the Friday at Yokohama, it's Primal Scream, Super Furry Animals, blah blah blah, Charlatans. Great. We thought we were on that bill. No, our agent via the Japanese agent had booked us on the other one, which was Marilyn Manson, Slipknot, us, the Cult. So we're going on before Slipknot. So obviously we're like, okay, we could try and be more rock than we are, or let's go the other way and just play acoustic. So we'd open the set with an acoustic B-side, and the rousing rock crescendo would be The Circle, which is still like an acoustic song. So that was amazing.
Did you see them backstage without their masks on though?
No, you didn't see him at all. But I did see Marilyn. In catering, sitting on his own, and we'd all been instructed do not speak to him. Okay, it's like a blanket thing. You're not allowed to talk to Marilyn. So there he is, sitting in catering with his little rubber backpack on his back with little spikes all over it, having some soup. And I just went, because his real name's Brian. So I went, all right, Brian. And I got one of those looks of just that would literally dry you up into a broken leaf and throw you away. Sure. It was withering, to say the least.
The look of Satan himself.
Yeah.
Oh, he is a wrong one though, isn't he? Fucking
yes.
Holy Manson. Yeah.
But Japan itself, absolutely love the place. Fantastic. Yeah.
That's cool. We talked about it earlier, but like there was a bit of backlash against Ocean Colour Scene, especially the kind of retro stylings and everything like that. How did that affect the band?
Not in the slightest. And the reason why the press hated us was because after the Bob Stanley thing the first time round, we were like front cover of Melody Maker Enemy while we were making the first album. So they built us up to be this thing. This is going to be the next biggest band ever. This was like in 1990. And my dog's about to go crazy. Yeah.
It's all right.
You know it.
We're a very dog-friendly podcast. It's all good.
Yeah.
So obviously the press have built us up, but the album then takes another 2 years to come out. They've then moved on. The album's pretty shit. So then when we come back, they're like, fuck you lot. You embarrassed us, made us all like we didn't know what we were talking about. So they utterly hated us. And also, Moseley Shoals broke, and it was nothing to do with the press. It was nothing to do with music journalists. So they immediately had to stick it to us. And it was someone who wrote for Time Out. Because obviously you had the Britpop thing label, and then it was Brit Rock. Someone who wrote for Time Out called us Dad Rock. Like that was an insult. Fuck me, my dad used to go to fucking school with George Harrison, so my dad's got a really good record collection. So fuck you. That's a compliment. Sure. And also it was funny because then you get the NME constantly wanting to do an interview with us to put us on the front cover. And we constantly cancel it, knowing full well that to sell their newspapers, they needed us. So we just fucked them around. It's really childish looking back, but it was good fun.
You got to
arrange an interview, then cancel it at the last minute. Just, you know.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. And is it true that you turned down the chance to join Oasis?
It is true, yes.
Fuck.
Which is, I do not regret at all. Well, it was when Guigsy had left. So when Guigsy left and then Bonehead left, and I was doing a thing with Noel and Liam. And Noel just said to me, right, do you want to join the band? And I was like, yeah, because Gwigsy's left. He said, and the way he said it is, but you can't be married to anyone else. And what he meant by that is you can't play with Weller. And I thought,
right,
all right, I'll swap out Weller for Oasis. Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then it was like, but you still can't be married to anyone else. In other words, you've got to leave Ocean Colour Scene. And at this point, we're the second biggest band in the country. We're the best live band in the country. And also, how can I ditch my three mates when we've been through utter hell to get to this point where we've eventually made it, when everyone else with half a brain would have split up? Because, we had like 3 years on the dole, with nothing. Well, all your mates have got cars and houses. So am I going to walk away from my three mates just when we finally got there? So I had to politely decline. And that's when Andy Bell got the spot. Well,
okay.
Via Scott McLeod was the guy who was in the band for about 5 hours.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, most people have. He's in the Wonderwall video.
Yeah,
sitting next to Alan White. Yeah, but he was in the band for I think 5 minutes or 5 hours, and then Andy.
Yeah.
So I did turn down, but not because I didn't want to do it.
Mm.
I was. It's like, I'll swap Weller out for Oasis, but I'm not leaving Ocean Colour Scene.
That's fair.
I think.
I think so.
Decision. Yeah.
And you've played with just about every legendary artist you can think of.
Do you? Paul McCartney.
Don't get any bigger than that.
Not really, no. But that was a funny experience because he remembered my last name when I was playing with him, which is like an incredible thing. And then he asked about my mum and dad because, as I said, it was actually my mum who went to school with George Harrison. But when they were doing their second tour of Germany as the Silver Beatles, they bought a van, but none of them could drive. Okay. So they asked my mum to ask her boyfriend, my future dad, who had a driver's license, to go on tour with them to be their tour manager and like roadie. So my dad asked his dad, my future granddad, can I go on to Germany with these, basically, to all intents and purposes, a band no one's ever heard of, who are going to never earn any money. My dad's doing his accountancy qualifications. So my granddad's like, no chance. So they eventually found a guy called Neil Aspinall, who until he died was still Paul McCartney's manager and used to run at them the Apple Records. So when I met McCartney, he's with Neil Aspinall. So after McCartney said, "Oh, how's your mum and dad?" All that, blah, blah, blah. And I just said to Neil, "You've got my dad's job." And he was like,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So that was that. Played with The Who at Live 8.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. How was that?
Yeah. Insane, because we only rehearsed for an hour the day before, which was mental. But fortunately, my mum did, again, record it on VHS, so I got to see it back a couple of days later. I mean, that was incredible. So I was in The Who for a day, which was nice.
And do you get starstruck when you meet these people?
No. The only person I've ever been starstruck is when I met Duncan Ferguson at the Everton centre forward. I literally couldn't speak to him.
Intimidating fella.
Yeah, but I mean, he's one of my heroes. I don't have any hero musicians, but he's one of my heroes. And I met him later. He just looked down and we went, "All right," and walked off. I was so pleased he didn't stay for a conversation because I literally,
sure,
yeah, that's enough. Yeah.
Who else? Amy Winehouse, Dr. John. I've got loads of stuff. I forget.
Yeah, it's cool.
Incredible. Yeah. So how did you come to join Richard Ashcroft's band?
Well, okay. Richard and I were born in the same hospital.
Wow.
Just outside Wigan, this place called Billinge Infirmary. But we were never friends because he's 2 years younger than me. So we didn't really know each other. Obviously, we used to see each other when the Verve were touring and all that kind of stuff. But then he eventually in 2016, he wants to get a band together to make the These People album. So I got a call from his management saying Richard wants to, do you want to come out and, audition if you like. So it was the original Verve drummer, Pete, was still working with Rich. So I go down to this rehearsal studio in London. Pete's there, great, get on well with him. Richard is about 4 hours late, as he always is. And we spent about 3 hours just talking about fashion and football. And then he's like, I suppose we should play something. So he gets this amazing guitar out and we play A minor, just that one chord for 20 minutes. No. Just like, if this is going on, this is mantra, just an instrumental thing. And after 20 minutes, he's like, all right, you're in. That was it. You're in.
Yeah. And then, what was that about? What was it? Why was that the test?
I think it was a test to see if I could handle it.
Right.
But also just the sort of thing we'd like to do, because he's like massively into the Velvet Underground, the Stooges as well.
Yeah.
So it's that thing of like, you take the smallest amount of ingredients and try and turn it into something by doing it for a really long time. So it just becomes another. It's organic, man. It organically becomes something great, or it just stays shit, you know. And obviously it was really good because it went on for 20 minutes. And then we've been friends ever since. So yeah.
Wow. How mad is Mad Richard as the media portrays him?
Oh, I know. It's such a load of bollocks. He's not mad in the slightest. He's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. It's like my mom is always very cutting. She's a typical old Scouse mom. She, most people, she's like, well, he's a bit of a gobshite. And then when she meets Rich, she's like, oh, lovely. Richard is the loveliest fella you'll ever meet. Which he is. So, yeah, that whole Mad Richard thing that he got tagged with is like, well, that's journalism for you, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess so.
I mean, he says some extravagant things. But he's not mad in the slightest. No, he's lovely.
Good to know. All right, we've kept you a really long time. Neil, do you want to ask the final question?
Yeah, so we asked everyone who comes on the show, but I mean, you've been in a lot of them, but if you could have been in any other band in the 90s, who would it have been and why?
Another band in the 90s?
Yeah, that you weren't already in.
I wasn't already in. Jesus. Take That.
It's a good answer.
That is a good answer.
And I don't mean it, but let's go with that. Take That. Yeah, Take That, actually, because I wouldn't have ever had to make any music.
That's true. Yeah.
Actually, I would have fucking hated being to Take That. With that level of fame and insanity around you. Yeah. I would say band in the 90s, Public Enemy. Public Enemy. I adore. I met Chuck D once, and
go on.
I gave him a fist pump. I was so frightened. Yeah. And I was wearing a suit because I was playing with Well. I was wearing a suit, and they knock on their dressing room door, and he's huge fucking security. Let me in. There's Chuck D, and he went, "Hey man, nice suit." I gave him a fist pump, got one back, and I went, "Bye."
Job done.
I'm done. I don't want to hang around anymore.
Yeah,
because I've put the ball in the back of net. All is good. If I hang around, I'm going to lose. I'm going to score an own goal quite quickly. So let's get out of here.
That's great.
Oh, and also Public Enemy and Sonic Youth.
Ooh, okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah. The kind of experimental era Sonic Youth, or the more kind of Sonic Youth.
No, the full-on experimental.
Yeah.
I've actually, weirdly, you won't be able to see it, and I wish I'd taken it out. I've got a original sister here.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Because I lost a load of my records in a flood in the house in Wales, so I've been trying to pull back some of my favourite records. So yeah, definitely like Confusion Is Sex up to Daydream Nation, that kind of the real fucking weird shit.
Yeah.
Which I know they weren't doing in the 90s. They got on a bit like, Goo and all that, which is a bit more sensible. But
yeah.
I like.
They went back again there. They got experimental again, didn't they? They which is good.
Yeah, and Kim Gordon gave me the finger once as well.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
What did you do to deserve that?
So, there was a gig in Spain. Sonic Youth are supporting Ocean Colour Scene. What do these promoters do? I don't understand it. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we're all in porta cabins backstage. It's a big outdoor gig. So I'm just at the porta cabin door having a cigarette, and Kim Gordon's just walked off stage, still with her bass. She's walking past. I went, "Kim, that was awesome." She just went like that without breaking stride. Carried on. I thought, that's what I wanted.
That's
it. Like when Leonard Cohen told me to fuck off, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Basically, Kim Gordon mimed fuck off to me. My work here is done. I can die a happy man.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, man.
It's brilliant. What are you working on at the moment, or who are you working with at the moment?
Well, load of tour with Rich this year. In terms of working, I've started writing a second book. I started it 2 days ago. And apart from that, I am doing a lot of renovation on the house in Italy and a lot of gardening, which sounds boring. Fucking love it.
No, garden's all
the
right.
juxtaposition between playing to thousands of people and then the next day you're shifting stones and like turfing a bit of land. Fucking
you need that.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. That's cool. All right. And where's the best place
for people? Sorry. Go on, Luke.
No, you go.
Where's the best place for people to find out what you're doing? Where do you hang out these days? Instagram?
Instagram, Twitter. I'm not calling it X. Fuck that. Instagram, Twitter, and for the pensioners amongst the listeners, Facebook.
That's our listeners, basically.
Yeah. No, I mean, I refuse to do flipping TikTok and Snapchat.
TikTok. We are on TikTok, but
Neil's trying to get me to
difficult.
Get into
it.
It's like Ashcroft's publicists were trying to get him to go on TikTok.
Right.
It's like literally the least social media person you'll ever meet. Apart from occasionally just posting a picture of a gig saying, fucking nice one. I can't imagine him on TikTok. He would laugh about it.
I can't see him doing any of the TikTok trends, the dances and all that sort of stuff. Maybe.
You never know. I mean, maybe for April Fools he might do it.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, that's brilliant. All right, well, I'll let you go. I'm going to stop the recording, but don't jump away just yet. But thank you so much. That was great.
Pleasure. It's been great. Thank you.
There we go. Damon Minchella. Dave, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, another good one. Don't worry, I'm not going to read them out, but I have a lot of notes, and that always tells me it was quite a engaging
you're the
one.
leader on this one then. You're going to be the leader.
Am I?
Yeah.
No, it was good. It was really nice, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Looked a bit like Luke when he's got his glasses on.
Bit. It looked good. It did look good.
There you go.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Maybe that's what doctors look like.
With glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just need glasses, really.
I think you're right now.
Right. Yeah, it was good. He knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He really does.
He does.
I wish I read, because I would read that book, but I don't read.
Oh, you'd really enjoy it. It's great.
I know. But I don't read. So what do I do?
Small part I read. Loads of great stories, man. Loads of great stories. Him
What am I
telling Paul
gonna do,
McCartney that the take that his take was shit, just for a laugh. It's funny. It's a good story.
Yeah, not reading books puts me at a disadvantage, but what can I do? I don't read, so.
What can you do? Exactly. There's nothing you can do, man. There's nothing you can do. It is what it is.
You can read, though, can't you?
I can read, yeah.
You can read.
But he doesn't read. David, did you hear?
And there's nothing
read.
you can... I get it. There's
nothing you can be done about it.
No. It's funny that he talks about enemies, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
It jumped out, didn't it? Because we don't have enemies, do we?
Who's your arch enemy, Dave?
I have any enemy. I don't think I got one. Maybe when you're famous and you know a lot more people, that's when you start getting enemies. Yeah.
What about the horse? Yeah. Isn't that your enemy?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's your nemesis.
The horse down the bottom of your garden.
And dandelions is another one. I've been battling dandelions for 30 years. You dig them up and they just come back. Yeah.
Yeah. So similar story.
How about
really,
you
to
you two?
I'm sure I've got enemies.
But have you got any enemies?
I know of. I don't think so.
I don't know.
I feel like you haven't really grown up till you've got an enemy, have you?
I think you're right. You just need to know more people. I just don't really know anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my problem. None of us know anyone, so can't have enemies.
I guess Neil's sort of my enemy, but...
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, same. Dave would probably be the closest.
Sorry, let's move on.
Brett Anderson's a plonker.
He is. I can imagine him preening around fucking London at that time.
Not these days,
at people.
Not these days. He seems like a really nice chap these days.
Does he?
Well, he comes across.
What's your evidence?
I've just seen a few interviews of him. He looks quite nice. That's it.
I think he does still take himself a bit seriously.
Okay.
though.
Oh yeah, because he
think
does
he
the
does.
whole. He doesn't do nostalgia, and he wants the. Yeah, he does.
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah. Oh, fuck off.
Okay.
Yeah. Do a Britpop revival tour and shut the fuck up, Brett. Yeah.
People want to hear Animal Nitrate, not your new stuff.
They do. No. Although I say, when I saw them a couple of years ago, they were fucking incredible. They were amazing.
No, their new stuff is
keep
good.
doing what you're doing.
Yeah, their new stuff is good.
I was watching Rick Astley on Glastonbury yesterday. They were showing it. And he said to the audience, "Oh, I bet you're only here to listen to Never Gonna Give You Up, aren't you?" And everyone raised their hand.
True. It's true though, isn't it? Yeah.
Of course. Did he play it? He had to play it.
Eventually, he made them sit through one of his new ones first.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's difficult, isn't it, for bands in that respect? You want to play your new stuff, but no one's really interested.
Mods are twats.
Well, it's true, isn't it? You are a twat.
Are you saying I'm a twat?
Well, yes. Yes. Well, for people listening, I'm dressed in your classic Mod Target t-shirt, overlaid with a fetching blue and red Harrington jacket today. I wore it on purpose because I thought it'd be funny.
What have you got on your trousers?
It's a Target t-shirt.
I know.
Oh, they're brown needle cords.
There you go.
They're a bit too wide for a mod, to be honest, but they fit with their colour scheme.
You've always worn that sort of clobber, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. I was wearing this exact outfit a few weeks ago before we interviewed him. I like the mod style, man. I agree with what you said about mod culture, though. It should be about looking forward, you know?
You know me, I'm always looking back.
Yeah, although he misattributed the mod quote about clean living under difficult circumstances. I looked it up, and it's a guy called Peter Meaden, who I kind of knew that. I've forgotten his name, though, who was like big guy, big face, on the mod scene. He worked with The Who and the Stones and all kinds of people. But it's a good quote, right?
Yeah, it is. Talking about Peters, we talked about Peter Mandelson, but this was way before. We recorded this 3 weeks ago or so. This is before his pictures in his pants.
Yeah, it was before.
Not someone you would want as a neighbour, you said.
No, exactly. Didn't know the extent of it, right? Didn't know half of it.
You must have had some insider knowledge. You're not in the Epstein files, are you?
What are you accusing me of?
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just asking.
Sure. It's a good story, though, man. He threw his drugs away because they thought they were going to arrest him. But they were arresting Mandelson for something even then, right? What the fuck?
Yeah,
what was that? Arrested. I was wondering what that was.
He's a wrong one, isn't he, Mandelson? Anyway, that Oasis tour is a gift for the support acts, wasn't it? Like Cast and Richard Ashcroft. Cast it's really rejuvenated their sort of career, I think. Ashcroft, he's got some new stuff coming out. But yeah, what a gift. Like Damon was saying, like, even though it was an Oasis gig, like when Ashcroft played, it was like he was headlining sort of. Every band that played, it's like they were headlining.
Because it was all Noel's favourites.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, what a treat if you're those bands to get given that opportunity.
And again, it must have been amazing just stepping out onto that stage. People were so fucking up for it, right?
But then incredible. Not only that, you do your gig, and then afterwards go and have a few beers and watch Oasis. I mean, what an afternoon.
Yeah,
it's funny though. He said he only met Liam once on the tour. I mean, how?
Yeah, that was a bit weird, wasn't it? Yeah,
you'd think they'd be hanging out more.
Yeah, I wonder where Liam was.
I guess it's just a massive production, right?
Big, it's not like a few dressing rooms backstage, is it? It's a big old beast, that tour.
Well, if they were close enough to be so coked up that you're fucking sitting on the top of a tour bus together wearing a Union Jack.
That was the 90s.
They must have been pretty good mates back in the day, right?
Yeah, that was the 90s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good story,
that's
man.
mental.
Neil, you should do an AI pic. You should get AI to do that picture and put it up on the Facebook group.
Yeah, I will. I'll try. But I mean, that time, that sort of peak Oasis, Knebworth, all that sort of era, it must have been mental, right?
Yeah.
To be part of all that. That's what he was saying. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he really seemed to mean it, didn't he, when he was talking about it? Just great times, right?
Yeah. I mean, nuts, but great.
Dave, I've got hundreds of notes. Come on.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, I didn't say they were any good or insightful.
You can read them if you want.
Man, what
read
about
them out?
the story on the tour bus? How dangerous
We've
was
just
that?
done that now. You missed that.
Yeah.
On a motorway on the top of the bus.
Dangerous, yeah.
Imagine if
Yeah, you
the
don't give a shit,
driver
do
had
you, when
like
you're-
suddenly broke.
He was probably on coke and all. He was
Yeah.
very coked off his head and all, the driver. Everyone was. Coke-a-thon, wasn't it? Do what you want.
Good laugh,
Just
though,
go
eh?
mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when we used to do van surfing around Seaford? You used to stand on the top and, play like Beach Boys. Remember that?
Yeah. Like when we got the bus from Eastbourne from Seaford to Eastbourne, we were always bus surfing, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was either us or Teen Wolf. I always get confused.
Oh,
which
that's
one.
it. Yeah, there might have been Teen Wolf. Yeah, you're right. It was a good hark back to the old K's catalogue. I enjoyed that. I got my first shell suit from the K's catalogue and my first pair of DMs. There you go.
DMs, really? Huh.
Yeah, from the K's catalogue.
That was like the Amazon of the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess
Kind
so.
of. I
How
used
did
to
you
enjoy
order?
looking for the
On the
K's
phone?
catalogue. I don't know. My mum used to do it. I think so, yeah.
How did
Yeah,
it
on the
work?
phone, yeah.
You have to fill it out and post it now. I don't know.
Maybe. But
Maybe
yeah,
on
it
the
wasn't.
phone.
It's pre-internet, wasn't it? So, don't know.
And everything cost about 30% more than in the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're a member, it was less, I think.
Yeah, you have to be a
I
member.
don't know,
That's
I
it.
can't remember.
Mm.
K's were
Yeah.
probably ahead of their time, right?
Back then. Yeah.
K's. Anyway.
Did anyone look up the list of the best rock riffs?
Oh, who was
No.
number one? So that was number 14.
I don't know. I'm afraid I haven't looked it up, but I should.
Oh, I
I
haven't
can.
either. Go on.
What,
While you're
what do
doing
you
that,
think would be on it?
Ever? Is it UK?
The AC/DC.
Don't know.
That one.
John and Dave? I don't know what that is, Neil.
Oh yeah, of course, Smoke on the Water.
Oh, I
Right,
fucking hate Smoke on the Water
It's easy though.
It is shit.
to play.
Anyone can play it.
I can't.
4 notes. Oh yeah, I can't
Three
get no
too many.
satisfaction, of course.
Oh, okay, that's a good
Stairway-
one. That is good.
Stairway to Devon.
Give us a top 5.
Well, Led Zeppelin, it's come up number 3. I don't know what this list is. Whole Lot
Yeah.
of Love.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
They're all
okay,
simple,
yeah,
aren't they?
yeah.
And then
Oh, just the most
AC/DC,
obvious
Back in Black.
fucking things. Back, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
How
I
does that
said.
one go now?
AC/DC. Diddle-diddle-diddle.
Yeah, how's
That's
it
what
go?
he was trying to do.
Oh,
Not like
yeah,
that,
simple, aren't they?
Here's some good ones. Iron Man, Black Sabbath.
Yeah, that's good. That is good.
Enter Sandman, Metallica. That's brilliant,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, of course, of
Yeah.
course.
They're all simple as well.
Of course they are. Earworms, aren't they? That's the whole point.
Layla,
Mm.
Cream.
Oh,
That's a
fuck
good
off.
one, Layla. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant riff, though, isn't it?
It's good, yeah, Layla's
Oh.
good.
I think my favourite,
Yeah.
Day Trip of the Beatles. That's good.
How does the riff go?
Down,
Of course. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Sweet Child of Mine,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Right,
Deserves to be up there.
2 more you got to mention. Seven Nation Army, White Stripes. That must be the
Yeah, of
most
course.
sung riff
Okay,
ever.
yeah.
It must
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
Smells like Team Spirit.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
I
think
don't
of that
know.
as a riff, though, do you?
No, I wouldn't, no.
But I suppose
yeah,
it
I
is.
guess.
Of course you do. It's great.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it's a riff played with actual chords.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
But
there's some good
back
ones
to
there.
bass
Some
line.
good ones
So,
there.
most recognisable bass line of the 90s. It's got to be, I think it must be Riverboat
Yeah,
Song.
of course it is.
In terms of like lay person's knowledge.
Well, it's because of TFI Friday, isn't it? It's the whole thing. It's 90s culture,
yeah.
isn't it?
I mean, if you're like
90s
indie
culture.
kids, we're talking, people will talk about like the Breeders, Cannonball, maybe Come As You
Yeah.
Are, I guess is a pretty recognisable bass line.
Yeah.
But yeah, Riverboat Song's got to be. It's got to be.
I
Yeah.
think for our age at that time at university, TFI Friday every week, I think it has to be, yeah.
Pierced the public's consciousness, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go back to the Beatles actually, because you whenever we talk about the Beatles and their name, you always say it's a pun. I don't understand what's the pun.
What do you mean?
What's the
Like a
pun?
beat, like the beat of the music, but it's an
Right.
insect, and you got the music beat.
I
That's the
never
pun.
put the two together.
What do you mean?
You're enjoying the pun now, you got it.
You've got
Yeah, I
it.
never
Now you
thought
get it
about
right.
Right, yeah. And they're beating all. They beat all,
Fucking
don't
hell.
they? Shit, yeah, that's good. The Paul
Oh,
Weller
yeah,
sounds interesting. doesn't it? Paul-
Yeah, and the way of describing him as a lovely bunch of people. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
It's very clever, isn't it? It's great.
Yeah.
it is good.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's
And
not.
He
But
describes
everyone's
him as
like that.
literally Satan when drunk.
Yeah, some people are. Yeah, some people got a dark side, don't they? When they have a few drinks. I just fell asleep, but some people...
When I'm
drunk.
drunk, I just become a bit obnoxious, but I'm basically me, but a bit more obnoxious.
All right, so you do become a bit of a cunt.
But it's weird to hear that from Weller, though, isn't it? Because, he's such... he dedicated his life to, good causes and shit like that. It was a massive part of, like, Red Wedge and all of that.
Alcohol doesn't care.
Hear that he treats people badly.
Alcohol
He says
doesn't
he
care.
treats people badly.
He didn't say that.
I've got this thing about people who do stuff when they're drunk. Well, obviously not everything, but I think most stuff is just forgivable because you're drunk. Do you know what I mean? It makes you can't do anything about it, can you? You're drunk.
Yeah.
It's not forgivable.
Can't not be drunk.
It's your fault.
Well, stuff that you do when you're drunk is not really your fault, is it?
Well,
I don't know. Well, you
know.
either get drunk or you don't get drunk. What you do when you're drunk is out of your control a lot of the time.
Yes, but you're still responsible for it.
Yeah, but you either
I
get drunk
guess.
or you don't. That's what I'm saying. If you are drunk,
That's what you're responsible for.
yeah, the rest of it is just, you just go with it, don't you? You don't really know what you're doing. Don't know.
But that's extreme drunkenness, not knowing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me.
But it's
most
weird, man. For
times.
someone, I don't know, for someone that cares so deeply about humanity, to hear that he treats people like shit, it's I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. He's
But
still
he
remains an
doesn't.
enigma, Paul Weller.
He's probably just rude and grumpy with people, isn't he?
Yeah, I think that's
drunk.
it. Yeah.
He's just a bad drunk. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Man.
He did say when he's not
Weller,
drinking,
though.
he's
It's great.
lovely. All right, I'm not a massive fan anyway of his music, but you
Oh,
are.
I think he's brilliant.
Fucking Mod Boy
I
there.
am.
Dr. Mod.
Dr. Mod. I'll take it.
He turned down joining Oasis. Now, I think that was a good move. I do. Because he would have just
Yeah.
been in the shit Oasis. He'd have been in the Oasis in the
He dodged the
2000s.
fucking bullet. Damon,
Yeah,
you dodged the fucking bullet there, mate. Yeah.
I think so.
But what
I genuinely
happens when
do.
you join a band? You just get paid a salary, or
Probably.
is it just a
If it
job?
was Oasis, probably. Yeah, you just get paid. I
If
don't
you're
know.
joining like later as a
Yeah.
member rather than forming the
I mean,
band.
they all started
Depends on the
writing
band, I
stuff, and
guess.
that was the problem, wasn't it? They all started writing Oasis songs together, and that's when it all went
Right.
shit. When it was
Yeah.
just Noel writing the
Yeah.
songs, that was Oasis, And
It's the same
yeah,
with
the
Take That.
2000s.
I just think let Gary do them all, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let Barlow do
The
it.
others
It's
are
good.
shit.
Leave it to Barlow.
Yeah.
Stick to what you're good at, innit? Stick to dancing, Howard and Jason. The whole reason Oasis got massive was because of Noel's songs. So then why mess with that formula? That's what I think.
I don't know. You
anyway.
got to evolve, haven't you? It's not a bad thing.
But they didn't. They devolved.
But the
That's
Beatles
the
did
way.
that as
Well-
well, didn't they? But George Harrison turned out to be almost an
Pretty
equal
good.
of the other two.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's going a
won't
bit
mention
far, but he was
Ringo.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Although like Ocean Colour Scene, they split their royalties 4 ways. Although I did read one interview with Steve Craddock basically complaining about it, saying that he basically wrote most of the songs. So he probably was. He said he was probably a bit too nice, and he should have taken more. of
We've
the
had this
cut of the pie.
conversation before. Chris Martin they do the same thing in Coldplay, even though Chris Martin writes most of they split it 4 ways.
Yeah,
Still
but
get loads of
they are
money.
so rich that it doesn't matter. Exactly.
Yeah, I think he
Chris
did it from the
Martin's
start, though.
4 ways of a lot is still a lot.
Yeah, but
you know.
I think he did it from the start. That's just the way they do it. Richard Ashcroft is a lovely bloke, apparently.
Mad.
Not mad at all.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
Same.
What do you
I
heard?
like
then?
Richard Ashcroft.
Well, he's portrayed as mad Dicky or whatever they call him, don't they? Or whatever.
You do.
Oh, that's what the music press paint him as. And yeah, Damon said he's not mad at all. He's lovely, and I'm glad. I'm glad.
He always seems quite down to earth. I don't know if he doesn't look that mad. Don't know.
Maybe it's just because of that Bittersweet Symphony video where he pushes everyone out of the way. and stuff.
Where he's
Maybe people
barging
think
people out of the way in the
that's him.
street. That's a music video.
Yeah, I know.
If everyone
know.
judged everyone on what they did in music videos, it'd be a fucking weird way to judge
Yeah,
people, wouldn't it?
it
There's some
would.
weird shit happens in those
Yeah.
videos.
He seemed to have it pretty sorted, I thought. With his life in Italy and he
Oh, yeah, it sounds
gardening,
like he's
enjoying that. Seems
Yeah.
really happy
Yeah.
with his.
he's got a real good balance of
He's
what he likes doing.
he
and-
got the
yeah.
balance right.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, he lives where he wants to live. He does what he wants to do, and he works how he wants to work. And that's how
That's
everyone
all I
Yeah.
want.
Well, do it then.
And I mean, he was also in the right place at the right time, like at many different points in his life, right?
He
I'm not
was,
saying he's
but
not
you
a
have-
great bass player. Of course he
No,
is.
no.
But yeah,
You're
he got
right.
that
You do need a bit
extra
of
luck
luck
as well, you know.
You do need a little bit of luck, but you need to put yourself in those places as well, you know.
But
yeah,
he's made that right
there's a bit
choice
of
every
luck.
time, right?
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of his PhD thesis, he says, you know, thanks to Richard Ashcroft, but as I was doing the PhD, I was on tour. So thanks for, you know, having that understanding that I'm doing these two different things and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
He's just got the balance. That's what life's about, man. It's getting the balance, you know.
It is. I think
Yeah.
that's what we all need to find, isn't it? It's difficult though, but you do need a little bit of luck as well along the way. But yeah.
If you don't have luck, you're pretty fucked, really, aren't you, in life?
Well, yeah, you're at a bit of a disadvantage. It's like, the Winter Olympics are happening at the moment, right? But it's just, basically, it's just a bunch of rich kids, isn't it? Fucking around in the snow. That's all it is. They've
basically,
you know, they've just got rich parents, so they've been able to dick around on snowboards for their whole life.
I think that's
Depends where you're
the
from.
British team. That's the
it
British
depends which
team.
country you're from. Yeah.
If you're Swiss,
Yeah.
it's just part of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it is all
where you're
just
from.
rich kids, though, isn't it? I don't know.
Well, we've just
Yeah,
refuted that.
Basically.
Well, you
Some of-
did,
it
but
depends
I
on the
don't.
country.
I
Can't
don't
believe
think
I
it does,
missed
though.
the opportunity to make a lucky man joke when we were talking about luck.
I thought you were going to say, I can't believe I missed the opportunity to make the Japanese skeleton team. That's what I thought you were going to say.
I thought he was going to say that as well.
No, I wish I'd made a lucky man joke when we were talking about lucky men.
Right, okay.
No.
You should make that a mission in life, to become to get in the Japanese
want to.
skeleton team.
No, I'm all right. If you could fist bump anyone in the world, who do you want to fist bump? He had Chuck D. Who would you want to fist bump?
Probably
Is
Liam
this
Gallagher,
just
you know.
Who's your biggest hero?
Yeah, I'd quite like to
who
fist
do you want to
bump.
fist bump?
Fist bump Liam Gallagher, I reckon.
Oh, Liam. Yeah, Liam would be all right. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd just like to touch him, really.
All right.
So-
What an
Weirdo.
admission.
Maybe we should move on. I don't
Dave, who would you fist bump? What's his name? The guy out of Lighthouse. What's his name?
Yeah, I'd like to fist bump him
What's his name?
as a way of thanking him
Yeah.
for everything
Yeah.
he's
For
done.
making your life a misery for people taking the piss for the last 30 years.
Who will you fist bump, Luke?
I don't know. I wish I hadn't asked the question now. Someone's got
quite an
someone
annoying
cool who
question,
suits a
isn't it?
fist bump. It is annoying. Yeah, I'll take it
Yeah,
back.
why did you
All right.
ask it?
How about then? Then the other one then, who would you want to get the finger from? You know, someone flip you the bird. They had Kim
Oh,
Gordon
I
flipping
thought
the
you meant-
bird. Who do you want to flip you off? No, I didn't
Liam
mean stick
Gallagher.
a finger up your arse, Neil. No.
Liam Gallagher.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah,
want it
that's true.
from anyone. It's not nice, is it?
Really? Oh, come on.
Or is it a friendly thing?
Yeah, it's just a bit of
Is
banter,
it?
innit? Neil's doing it now. Yeah.
All right.
Go on.
So basically, you're asking who would you be close enough where that kind of banter could ensue?
Well, no, because he wasn't close because he didn't really want to speak to Kim Gordon because it was too intimidating. But just to get
Imagine
get
your
it.
idol, you shout
flip
across
the
the
bird
street
and then
then,
just walk
"Oi,
off. It's great.
oi, Tundi," and he goes like that. Would you like that?
Oh yeah, I'd take that. Prince Charles.
Yeah.
All right. I was going to say Prince Charles was going to be my answer. Yeah. Just one massive fucking Frankfurter up at the fucking world. Yeah, man.
And I know he's king, but I just refuse to accept that.
It'd be good, wouldn't it?
You refuse to accept he's king.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate him or anything, but I can't call him king. He's still prince to
Sound
me.
right, does it?
Well, that's it for this one. Thanks so much to Damon for coming. I really enjoyed that. Good chats. That book,
You'll look good on a donkey.
Donkey. Yeah. Bet you look good on a donkey.
Donkey. You'd look good
Yeah.
on a donkey. Yeah.
So go and get the book. If it's anything like the interview, then it'll be a delight to read. Obviously, I won't be reading it because I don't read. But everyone else, go and
I will, Damon.
get the book.
I promise. Yeah.
yeah. All right, sounds good. I've been reading some read-ups on the book as well, and it's getting a lot of really positive reviews. Go out and get yourself a copy. Dave, go and get yourself a copy. Do that.
Can you buy it?
No. Right, so if you are watching, give it a thumbs up. Get involved in the comments. Let us know your favourite Ocean Colour Scene songs, albums, all that sort of stuff. Or any of the other projects that Damon's been involved in, because he's been in loads of stuff. If you're listening, then please go and leave us a review so I can go and have a read this week. And if it's a good one, I'll read it out. And share it with your friends so that they can find the podcast. You can sponsor the podcast at Stupid and Contagious podcast at gmail.com. You can go and buy our merch in our Shopify store. You can get one of these mugs, t-shirts, all that stuff. All helps the podcast out.
If you're new to the podcast, welcome aboard. We got a load of interviews in the archive. So if you're into Britpop, there's plenty in there. I should make notes before I think of this. I never remember who we've interviewed. What Britpop artists have we interviewed? Loads, right?
All of them. Everyone.
All of them. Everyone, basically. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever Britpop.
All
you're
of
into,
Britpop we've done. We've done all of Britpop.
All of Britpop's
it's all in there.
Also make a mixtape for every episode, a Spotify mixtape. So follow the link in the comment wherever the links are, and have a listen to the mixtape. It'd be quite a good one this week, and keep it mod.
All right, well, that's it for this one. Join us next week for episode 132 of the Stupid and Contagious podcast. Dave?
See you in a minute.